At Fempire, we're passionate about helping women to start and grow businesses they love. And part of the reason we're so passionate about that, or I'm so passionate about that, is because it's not easy to get from the seed of a business idea through to an established, thriving, profitable business. And you have to go through what I call the valley of death, which is where you go into negative dollars, unless you start out with decent capital funding or you happen to have an angel investment backing, in which case, brilliant. But if you're self-funding your own business startup, there is a period of time where you need to put money into the business in order to establish it and to grow a stable foundation, so that you need to invest in systems, processes. You need to have a website, you need to do your branding, you need software. There's all kinds of things that you need to invest in to get your business off the ground. If you're a service business, and if you're a product business, there's a whole other level of costs in terms of producing the things that you're selling. So it is difficult or challenging to get through that initial startup period, just because and I see this with women that I'm coaching. There's the feeling that you're putting money into the business, but not enough is coming out yet. So they haven't hit break even. And it's a scary feeling when you feel like you're putting money in and you can't see when the seeds are going to germinate. You've been doing all this work to plant seeds, but you're not sure, and you can't rely on when they are going to germinate necessarily. It takes time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And that phase of negative dollars usually takes around 18 months to 2 years in our experience, depending on where you're starting. But if you're starting from ground zero, anywhere from 12 months to 2 years to start turning a profit. Now, the reason, so that's just getting through the initial phase of startup. And then once you have established, you're generating profit every month and you have a thriving business. The reason why so many businesses don't make it through the 3 or 5 year mark is because there are 3 hats that you have to wear as a business owner. You have to be the technician, as Michael Gerber refers to it in his book called The E-Myth. That's the craft, that's the service or the product you're selling. But then you also have to wear the hat of the manager. That's someone who's pragmatic, they're time conscious, they set goals, they track milestones, they measure things, they look for operational problems and fix them. They're very much fixed on the practical, tangible ways of operating a smooth business. And then the other hat you have to wear as a business owner is the hat of the entrepreneur. And that's a totally different skill set. That's where you have to be on the lookout for opportunities. You need to be out networking, forging relationships, building strategic partnerships. You need to be out there public speaking or marketing yourself or doing live videos. So it's and looking for innovation and ideas and opportunities. So rather than being the manager who is focused on operating the business, this is a different skill set in terms of being outward facing, publicity, opportunities, growth, scaling, all that kind of stuff. And so those skills are not normally found in equal amounts in any person. And in fact, if you're practicing the technical part of your craft, you may not want to be an entrepreneur or a manager. And yet, in order to run your own business, you need to wear those 3 hats. So in this article this week, I'm giving you insight into what those 3 different hats are and what the tasks are for each one, and how to untangle yourself from the stress of running a business and eventually outsourcing or getting virtual assistants in to take those things off your plate that you really don't want to do, so that you can focus on doing the technical part of your craft. And eventually, when you have a thriving business that has all the systems and procedures in place, it's operating like a well-oiled machine, that's the point where you might be able to on-sell it and make an even bigger profit if that's your goal. So check out the blog article as I step you through these different hats that you need to wear, and I hope it's helpful, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.